I don't know if this is working or not. This may work or not. I don't know. First time I tried it. But if it works, this should be now actually looking at me. But just some waffle, right? Yeah, because this society is proper in a pickle, right? Put in a proper pickle. We've got now in the UK, they've got a stupid barring system, right, yeah, which is barring people from work, which obviously was always from the start going to cause a staff shortage, right? And it is, right? Because there's now people that can't no longer work, right? Which means they've got no staff, which means basically you're going to have a person now that's working is either going to have to be a doctor, a truck driver, or a supermarket person, I don't know. Whatever, yeah, you can't have them all, or a house builder. Yeah, we've got no houses built, right, yeah. So like now you have to be, there's no one, anyone that is squeaky clean that hasn't been barred from work, which is pretty much not many people now. And even the squeaky clean lot, not even all of them that were allegedly squeaky clean, not even them are all squeaky clean, as we're finding out. And this is going to go all the way through the public sector, civil service, MPs, the lot, lords, business owners, everyone, right? Yeah. Then you've got all the hunters, right? Yeah, they're hunting everybody, right? Yeah. Everybody's hunting everybody else, right? Yeah. And then everyone's investigating everybody else, right? There's people now who don't need to go to work and think, you know what, I've got enough equity in the house, I'll take a few years, I'll take a bit of money out of the house, right? Yeah, and not go to work. That will also create a staff shortage, right? Then you've got Google and Facebook. Anybody now can pick up a smartphone and actually make a video, right? And Google will pay ad dollars, and so will Facebook pay ad dollars for that. Amazon have an affiliate program which you can get money from that as well. Then you've got you can have a Patreon account, and that can be like monthly subscription, monthly. People subscribe to it, pay monthly amounts. Then you've got YouTube join button, which will pay you extra money here. Then you've got PayPal donations. Then you can be your eBay reseller. There's enough things outside of full-time work that people can do, or you can be Amazon Flex if you want to do Amazon Flex, or you can do delivery. There's enough. The gig economy is getting bigger and bigger, and people don't need to work as much. So all this, if you ever look at a job now, you could go on Indeed and look at a job and look at all the requirements of what you've got to do. You've got to do this and responsibilities and requirements. Who needs it? No one needs it, really. And then you've got all those that have actually been made millionaires from buying cryptocurrency. And there's quite a few now, almost like daily. There's someone else, another millionaire has been made, yeah. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, right? There's over 5,000 coins, right? I used to own the best website address for cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency is basically the crowd running the crowd's finance, which has bypassed the banks completely. The banking system, the banking sector, the whole lot has been bypassed by Bitcoin. And now the powers that be are recognising that that's the case, and they're now going to try and regulate it. Can't regulate Bitcoin. Bitcoin runs on a permissionless, e.g. it doesn't need anyone's permission to exist, blockchain, which means every payment is actually registered in the blockchain. It runs on permissionless blockchain. Facebook was going to actually get a coin, but it would have to be a permission-based blockchain. Bitcoin is a permissionless, doesn't need anyone's permission to exist blockchain, which is why it has no competition. And because it's capped at 21 million and we're at 18.5 million coins now, Bitcoin price is only going to make even more people millionaires, right? Which means there's less people that need to go to work, right? Then you've got digital real estate, which is a thing. Yeah? It's only been a thing for about 35 years, but it's coming in, which is the buying and selling of website addresses, which is buying and selling of digital land on the internet. I own a few domain names, which is digital real estate. If you know what it's digital land, it's digital real estate. And that's cheap at the moment, but that is starting to get more expensive. But people no longer need, a lot of people, Google now, and Facebook ad dollars via Instagram ad dollars and YouTube ad dollars are putting people, are almost, you only need to have over £12,000 a year in Google ad dollars, and that makes you earn more than unemployment benefit. So Google and Facebook are effectively actually taking people off the dole, off the unemployment benefit, because if you've got £12,000, if your YouTube account pays you £12,000 a year in ad dollars, or in YouTube ad dollars, Patreon account, and PayPal donations and Super Chat, if that earns more than 12 grand, that's more than unemployment benefit. And then you get to a situation where there's no need for the universal credit. Eventually, there will be no need, because Google ad dollars will actually be able to, Facebook, Instagram, will be able to actually fund unemployment anywhere in the world. But then you get to a stage. This is where we are. They're in a proper pickle. There's no staff. There's no. There you go. What do you got? You're gonna have to choose soon between a doctor and a house builder. What do you need more, a house or a doctor, or a truck driver to get the food to the warehouses, to the supermarkets? And then you realise that Amazon have already bypassed that. There's no need for supermarkets, because the big supermarkets are now big, huge Amazon warehouses, and everything can get to you within a couple of hours from one of those warehouses. They're only 15 minutes away. Amazon will be able to get any product to you within the hour, anywhere. And now people are just, this is it, people aren't leaving their houses. They're not leaving their houses. There's no need to go to work, because there's too much remote work available, which means there's not enough people available to go to work for 40 hours. And then you think day trading. Now, day trading isn't, if you know what you're doing in day trading, look into it. This is not financial advice, but I day trade on the internet in a practice account. I think I can't do it for real money trading fund. But day trading, for people that have got enough money for a trading balance, from 20 to 3 in the afternoon, which is 14:40 PM UK time, till 16:10 PM UK time, which means it's a 90-minute working day. Who is going to work 8 hours a day when you can work for 90 minutes? That also creates a staff shortage. There's going to be no there's too many people on the barred list. If you had to see how many people are on this current DBS barred list, there'd be quite a few thousand that used to be working and now can't work. And that's where we are. We're in a society, and they're trying to regulate everything. They want to regulate Bitcoin. You can't regulate Bitcoin. All that will happen is that people with Bitcoin will move to a country where it's not regulated. And at some point that will be owned by Facebook or Google. People think I've proper lost it. People think I've proper lost it. Well, I've got, breakfast. Yeah, people think I've lost it, but I owned the best website address in the world, I think, for crowd finance, which is what cryptocurrency is. Cryptocurrency is basically the crowd managing the crowd's finance. So there's no need for banks, because Bitcoin was invented in a financial recession crash, financial stock market crash. And I owned the website address crowd.finance. Excuse me. So that website address itself says there's no need for .com on the end, because there's not, because you have .finance, which it was. And I paid 20 quid for it, about 20 quid for it. And if you type it in now, crowd.finance, it's owned by CoinGecko, which is a cryptocurrency coin index, and it lists there's 500 crypto. There's about 5,000 crypto coins, and CoinGecko lists 500 crypto coins. You look at them, you see the prices. That's what's making people millionaires, buying and buying the cryptocurrencies as they become more profitable, and selling them and buying more. And this is it. That's people just buying and selling cryptocurrencies of the 5,000 crypto coins. We're in a situation now where people need less. The energy companies are going bust because people have worked out you don't need to pay an energy company to actually run your energy for you. All you need to do is buy a VW crafter from a VW van dealership and live in it. 300 watt, 400 watt solar panels. You can live on 200 watt, and I lived for a year and a half with none. So you can live on 200 watt solar panels, and a Jackery costs you about from about 250 quid to about £2 grand, something like that. This is in 2022, January 2022 prices. You get a Jackery for about 250 to 2,000 quid, depending on how much power you want to use. And it means your energy is completely free. People living in vans now are going away from gas. Gas is a defunct currency. They get a defunct fuel because electric. People living in vans are actually using free energy from the ball in the sky, via solar panels on a VW Crafter and a Sprinter. And that means there's no need to pay rent. There's no need to pay energy bills because you get free energy from the sky. That's where we are. And that means if you can live in a VW Crafter, and people think you can't afford a VW Crafter, well, just to rent a room, you're going to pay £6 grand a year. £6 grand a year is after 2 years you better buy a Crafter. That's £6 grand. You get a Crafter for about 10,000 quid, something like that, and you got to pay £12,000 to live in a room. But in a Crafter, you can do what you like. You can put your own kitchen in, you can put your own bed in, you can do what you like, and you own the bed, you own everything. And that's where we are. That's life in 2022. People are realising they need less to live. You don't need a big 3-bedroom house to live, one person. People living in the States are living in Toyota Priuses, because you can put a microwave in a Toyota Prius and it works. You can put a microwave in a Peugeot Partner van or a Ford Transit Connect van, and you can run a microwave for free with no energy bills from the ball in the sky via solar and an inverter. This is modern technology. We need to go to work almost. We've got to find adios.